imitators.
It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Huskies and the Packers on Thursday night primetime.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Rose. That ball complete to Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rose. Setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll look to throw here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And this one too low. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Rose got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. To throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Rose. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. 6 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So
pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And taken right on the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now they try the right side here. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
2nd down at 4.
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's taken down inside the 30.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year as his
guys are on the board first here tonight. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. On the delay, Jones. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. Rose. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he fields it cleanly. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He stiff arms him. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And some room to roam now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Braden Mann now. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
There wasn't a breakdown in protection. Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a handoff here to his running back. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Rose. It's caught by Bryant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw. Rose. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it all. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Packers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Pushing through the contact. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Throws. He's got it to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's going to keep this again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Off the option, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. To throw on 3rd down. Rose. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On second down, it's Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Rose. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Good job. Good job.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Throw right side, complete to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers
Packers have taken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And he wanted to keep that going now, because once you get one, he wanted to multiply and turn into a bunch more. And right now, they're putting up their version of a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover before the game.
Yeah, but this time they would intercept it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Pushing back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th. Barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He'll take it at the 42. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Looking to throw. Rose. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
occasionally you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Rose. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Forced out to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 47-yard line. I guess an interception at this point, 4th down, is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Packers offense set to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rose drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. He'll keep it himself. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. How about that? Their quarterback, closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2nd and 3. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The offense on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. Very poor 1 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 carrying the drive now as they come out on the 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Patterson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were booed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Toronto, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.